The world of martial arts and classic kung fu cinema has lost a quiet legend. Grandmaster Carl Scott has died. He was most known for his roles in Hong Kong action movies in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Despite his brief on-screen appearance, his influence lasted. After starring in the 1976 film Bruce Lee, The Man, The Myth, Carl Scott became well known. Producers initially saw his skill in the United States, where part of the film was shot. Scott, a longtime martial artist, started training as a youngster and eventually studied several fighting techniques during his more than 20-year career. His dedication paid off when producer Pow Ming brought him to Hong Kong to co-star in what became one of the genre's cult classics, 1977's Soul Brothers of Kung Fu, also known as The Last Strike. Scott and Bruce Lee, the actor who played Bruce Lee, stood shoulder to side in Soul Brothers of Kung Fu, delivering some of the most spectacular fight scenes of the decade. Legendary Shaw Brothers actors Lo Meng and Ku Feng were involved in the movie, and up-and-coming talents Yuan Biao and Corey Yuen Kwai made cameos. When Carl Scott entered the world stage, he was still a teenager. He co-starred with Billy Chong in the 1979 movie Sun Dragon, which brought martial arts action to Phoenix, Arizona, and featured a thrilling fight with Louis Neglia, the 1979 world kickboxing champion. The pair reteamed 2 years later in Kung Fu Executioner, a now cult classic that emphasized Scott's proficiency with traditional weapons, particularly the nunchaku, and his command of Chinese Kung Fu. Despite their 2 on-screen appearances, Carl and Billy remained friends off-screen for decades. Outside of the spotlight, Scott dedicated his life to martial arts and finally created his own fighting technique, the warrior method. Despite not having starred in hundreds of movies, Grandmaster Carl Scott's enthusiasm, talent, and genuineness made an impression that still motivates martial artists today. He reminded us that true mastery is not about fame, but discipline, not about flash, but foundation. Rest in peace, Grandmaster Carl.